Okay.
Our call
So
center that you
I
contacted today.
so I have this fraud issue going on where $285 was hacked out of my account, and then now they're not sending me the new card, so I can't access my card right now. So I'm just doing this for the rest of the veterans that are might be having this same issue. Um, I have this issue where I got $285. Yeah, I'm still waiting for the email, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You're
Like I
supposed to
said, I'm
send.
gonna go
She's
ahead
supposed
and
to
get that
send me
over
a
to digital,
digital.
so I can go
She's
ahead
supposed to
and
send me
get
a
you over to
digital
them. Yep.
digital
I'm
copy of
ready
the
when
card, and I've been on the phone 15 minutes, and I've asked 3 times.
right here. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go ahead
and
and
you
get
call
over to
this
the digital
customer service.
specialist
I've been on the
who
phone 20 minutes. Like, this is like, and this should be a simple fraud thing. You should have sent me the digital copy, and then now this is 45 minutes of my time. And they can't figure out how to send me the digital copy of the card. And then they said, clearly this is fraud. And then, but we're going to have to investigate. What is there to investigate? My account got hacked. I, you know, yeah. What is there to investigate exactly? I would like you to explain it to everybody. They do a provisional credit. I already called Amazon, and I didn't order anything. They looked into the account, and clearly I didn't order anything from Amazon, and they said no, they have no record of anybody, any merchandise or anything at all. And so they told me to call my bank immediately.
digital version of the card. You have a 1 minute wait time to get over to them, and they'll re-ID you when you get over there. Okay.
Okay, yeah. This is Navy Federal Credit Union. I've done videos about this before. This fraud department is ridiculous. Okay, but I don't know what bank to bank with. So I don't know. Is our other
Hello,
veterans?
This is Samantha. Who am I speaking with today?
Are other veterans getting hacked? Deborah Davis.
Hello, Miss Davis. How can I help you?
I'm waiting for my digital wallet card.
Your digital, like your digital debit card?
Yeah. So.
Sure. Bear with me. Let me see here. So I'm sure you've gone through this already. Can we verify your email address?
Debbie@miracule.com.
Perfect. I see where it was sent earlier. You never received it.
No, ma'am. Yeah, this has gone on for 20 minutes now, and I had to call back.
I know.
I was on phone already 20 minutes, and now I'm on the phone again 20 minutes. And, just for a simple email. Oh, yeah. This is real fun.
I do apologize for the inconvenience.
Okay, so Amazon. So somebody hacked into my account and charged $285. I never ordered anything from $285, and then they're trying to give me a hard time doing like as if they have to investigate something. I already called Amazon, and they said no, there was no merchandise ordered for that amount. They don't even show any kind of activity at all on my account for that amount. So somebody hacked into my Amazon account. Well, we all know who that is. It's called the Central Intelligence Agency, Central Assassin Agency, that's hacking into veterans accounts. And so now I have to, they had to do the whole fraud thing. And I'm waiting for a new card, but they're supposed to send me something called a digital card.
Correct.
So I can still use the card while I'm waiting for the other card, and I'm not getting it. And this is like they're playing games with me. Like it's supposed to be some kind of big ordeal here. It's like I just can't. Like, why can't you send me the email? Like, why is this so hard for you to send an email with a digital, like you said you would 3 times?
Ma'am, I see in my records that we did send the email. So
it's not. I'm on the. You know what? Look, does it seem like? Am I getting an email here? I'm just recording the whole thing because I'm just recording the whole thing. I don't have an email from you. Okay. I'm sitting here
I'm
waiting.
happy to send you another one.
Yeah,
and
let's
I'm
see if you
happy
can
to
send it
troubleshoot
again.
with you
Let's
to
see if you can
what's
figure
going
out how
on.
to do your jobs and send it again. Because I'm not going to be hacked by the CIA, and I'm not going to play games with this. So I'm sitting here waiting. Okay, it says connecting. The CIA is hacking my phone right now because it won't let me let my email load. You think I don't know these games already? The CIA's been harassing me for 12 years. I know every game they play. Look, they're hacking my phone right now. And it won't. It says connecting, but the inbox won't come up. And see, and then they keep trying to do this update on my phone. And don't do those updates because they'll put spyware on your phones. I'm waiting for the email, ma'am.
I have sent it, ma'am.
Okay. Well, it's okay. Okay, all right. Okay, I finally got it. Okay. All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
Bye. Okay,
Thank
I
you
just
for participating in our member survey.
okay. I just can't. I can't
We would
handle
like to ask you 6 brief
this.
questions.
I don't think that what I'm calling this Navy Federal. I don't think that I'm actually getting the real Navy Federal because I mean they just play all kinds of games. I mean, what is there to investigate? I mean, I called Amazon and they're like, we have no record of any purchase for that. Somebody hacked into my Amazon account and got my debit card. Well, we all know who that is. The CIA is hacking. They can hack anything. I mean, I've dealt with this agency because it all started with me. For those who are new to my channel, it all started with me because I accidentally uncovered fraud at that military base. Was like some of the center of some of the deep state CIA fraud at the Arizona National Guard. Okay, and so I've had this agency doing all kinds of. I mean, this is the most corrupt agency. You think that they're these people that are actually doing their jobs, protecting our country. They're all deep state. They're hacking innocent people, innocent veterans. It was the CIA that hacked into my account, and I don't even know. In Navy Federal, they said. I said, where is your office located out of, your fraud office? And they said, Virginia. Well, Langley's, Virginia, is right there. I don't even know if I'm talking to the real Navy Federal Credit Union, or if they see, because they like to bounce my calls over to a CIA office, and then I get these people, and I don't know if they're the real customer service or if it's a CIA office, and that's why I did. That's why I showed that chart that one time where you could see how the CIA can actually transfer your calls to these fusion centers. And I mean, there's a whole movie about it, with Jason Statham, the beekeeper. Now there's another one I want to see, the beekeeper too. And I mean, literally, it's their offices like that where they're just scamming people. I mean, and they're just the biggest pieces of crap. And like all day long, they just figure out how to scam people. Like they can hack into anybody's bank account. They can have so somebody hacked into my Amazon account and took $285, and it's taken me an hour to try to just get this fraud. So I don't know if other veterans are having this issue, but I can tell. I mean, I'm just so sick and tired of this so much corruption in this country. It has to be cleaned up, and I don't know if other veterans are getting hacked like this, but I mean, this is like the third, fourth time that I've had fraud type things, and it's just like then you got to wait for the new card, and then you got to reset all your bills and all this stuff to pay. It's just I'm so sick of this agency. Why do we even have the CIA? I mean, just shut down their offices. Like they're the most corrupt agency, and they're still following me around with their Dodge Chargers. And they think they're so cool. Like, I mean, and a lot of them are young, like I look at who they are in the cars, and they're like young women and young men, and then they probably got offered like these salaries. Well, I mean, when we find out what you really do, you're going to be doged, I mean, they're almost just cut off their salary completely. They think that they have this real job. It's not even a real job. It's deep state CIA. It's the deep state side of the CIA. Like, so they started infiltrating. I've told this story before. They started infiltrating our country, way back in when Operation Paperclip. When we allowed the German scientists to come over here, and and they were started teaching, and I guess it was Eisenhower at the time, and he thought, they talked him into allowing them to come over or something because he thought they were going to teach us a bunch of technology, and they did, and they started working for NASA, and they started working for these big tech companies, but they also brought with all their evil, and they mostly work for the CIA and NASA and the big tech companies, and they've infiltrated these companies, and the CIA hasn't. I don't know if it's ever been a legitimate agency. Like, I mean, maybe there was a certain part of it that was actually doing their job, but I mean, ever since 9/11, and they passed that Patriot Act, that allowed them to start surveilling their own citizens. That's when they started doing all this massive surveillance and data collection again on us, on the Patriots, and that's why that guy Snowden did what he did, because he was a contractor for the NSA, and he said, look, they are not. That's why he tried to blow the whistle, and he said they are not using it to go after the terrorists. They're going after the innocent patriots, and he tried to bring it up, and that's why he left the country, and he that's why he lived in Russia, and he got he had to live in a different country because he knows how powerful and how corrupt these agencies are, and they would have killed him, and he knows that, and so he got temporary citizenship there, and went to a media there in Europe and said the story, and then they did this whole movie called Snowden. So if you haven't seen that movie, then you need to see that movie Snowden, and that's where I learned by watching that movie too. That's where I learned about these FISA courts that they have in Washington. It's like they would go to these, they could get these fake warrants in a fake FISA court, and that's what I had one on me as a whistleblower. It's literally like a fake court. It's called a FISA court, and it's a secret court. And this is one thing that he talked about. So he had some kind of a FISA warrant put on him, I think, and then he found out that other totally innocent people, like President Trump, had these FISA warrants. So the FISA is a secret court. It's not even like a real court. It's a totally secret court in secret headquarters, and they can put a fake warrant, and they can it'll be they can get a judge to sign a fake warrant that's not even a real warrant, and start illegally surveilling people. Okay, and that's what I found out about that, and you can watch that movie, but I'm so sick of this, like, because now I got to go through and get a new card, and I didn't order that. That was nothing that I did wrong, and nobody got a hold of my card. Literally, somebody hacked into my Amazon account and charged $285. I mean, it's like, how is this type of thing allowed to happen? And we all know what agency it is. I mean, I do personally, because I know it. A lot of my harassment always involves the CIA. This is the most corrupt agency on the planet, and so I mean, I guess I'm the only one that's really talking about how truly corrupt they are. But I mean, literally, like, they're all about the fraud. They are the ones that are committing all of the fraud that they're finding. It is the CIA that's been involved in all of these at the highest levels of the fraud. And they know how to hack into anything. I have had them hack into every device. And I would not do any of these updates, these phone updates. I mean, literally, there were some times where I knew something was really fishy, because I would have sometimes once a month, I would have like, oh, new update, new update. And I'm just like, no, something seems wrong. And so I just shut off all the automatic updates on my phone. I shut off all the automatic updates because they can put spyware on your phones. I talked to somebody. I'm gonna have him on my show, and we talked just the other day. His name is Tommy Edwards, and and I'm gonna have him tell his story. But he's an NFL whistleblower, and he was, I guess he blew the whistle on just all the head injuries, I guess, with the NFL. And then he's been on this list, this targeted list that I have been. But we were talking just the other day, and he's still being harassed. And I met him through my friend Susie, and he said that he's having all these issues with his phone ever since he had updates. So, okay, what did he say? He said, oh yeah, and he said he's got handlers and watching him. Okay, so what did he say? Yeah. Yeah, okay, my phone updated, then went into recover lockdown. Okay, so when he did the update, the phone went into some kind of recover lockdown. And then he had to get a new phone, and it took weeks to download from his iCloud. And I think it was compromised, remote controlled. Like they're hacking into everything. It's so annoying. Because I was talking about the updates, and I said I don't trust these updates, and he said yeah. He said I don't trust them either. That my phone went into this weird thing after I did the update. So I would just shut off all these updates. I personally think it's the CIA trying to hack into all of our phones that are on this list. And like I said, he had his phone get all whacked out after he did the update. Okay, and so you have to remember these iPhones are made in China. And, and communist China loves to put like spyware stuff in the back door of all this stuff. I mean, believe me, I've been tracking this type of stuff for years now. So, so I just wanted to do that quick video. I did finally get this email, but it took like 3 times and so much waste of my time, this whole thing, for something that was, somebody for a hacking, and it should have just been handled. And then now they're trying to say that it's going to take possibly 7 days to get my new card. And normally they used to overnight it, and then they're trying to say, oh, like, we'll do a provisional credit, but it's still under investigation. Like, what's under investigation? They're so full of it. Like, I'm so sick of this. It's like fraud. Clearly it's fraud, and there's nothing to investigate. Amazon had no record of any sale or anything. That's why I'm just so sick of this type of stuff. There's so much corruption here in this country. I'm glad finally things are starting to, I think, get cleaned up. But I just don't understand how people thought they were going to get away with this. They're trying to turn this state into a different nation with a different flag and everything. It's like, you really thought you were going to get away with this? It's like we were never going to catch on to this. And of course, if they bring our country down, then we're the last huge superpower. We still have a large army. A lot of people are rejoining the army now that Trump is back in. And so anyway, okay, I just wanted to do that. I like I said, I would see the movie Snowden. I would watch the movie Beekeeper, because that movie, after I saw that movie, it looked just like like how these fusion centers operate. Like, literally they're in these call centers, just like scamming, doing fraud on all of us, thinking they're getting away, and they're like young kids, and they think that they're getting away with it, and they think they're cool, that like they have no conscience about it, and they're just young kids that need to get caught on what they're doing. And a lot of them were working at these fusion centers, and they call the fusion centers are also called Criminal Bureau of Investigations, and they're in every state, and they are not doing what they say they're doing. They said they're doing like background checks or something. They're like fusion centers, like the movie, like that movie, The Beekeeper. You should see that movie, and you should see the movie Snowden. And like I said, I learned a lot from watching that movie Snowden. I mean, about these Central Intelligence Agencies, how corrupt they are, the NSA. It's just like, I mean, he couldn't even stay in the country because he knew how powerful they were and what they would do to him. And this is what I'm going through. And I didn't work for an intelligence agency or anything, or NSA. He was a contractor for the NSA. But, I mean, I just uncovered, some kind of a money laundering thing going on at a military base. Okay. And there's a girl here, a neighbor here, that uncovered $60,000 in fraud from a VFW base. Or VFW, she was a manager at VFW, and she uncovered fraud, and then she got fired. Like same kind of story that I did. Like I got fired for just reporting some of this stuff. It's like it's supposed to be the opposite, But that they when you touch on the fraud thing, they freak out because the CIA is involved in all of the fraud. Okay, so I just wanted to upload this video tonight.